Alright, King, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready? King, this girl can seem like the longest of paragraphs.
She sound like an interesting. Sound like she's an interesting person to talk to.
You should be able to go to my account.
No matter what I do, she still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. She gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts.
I don't know how the Raiders don't have black pants. I never thought they would not have black pants. Not one year they have black pants. You have black everything else, but nobody thought, hey, let's make a uniform that has black pants. Whatever. Need more hats. Need more hats.
Yeah, we here.
Did you that link I think you did?
Nigga nice.
Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas,
I would have been. I could have got one of them good.
Let's see. What the fuck?
And I can't hoop. I'm just alright. Alright. Nigga, best nigga. I think the shot swinging would kill me, bro. Maybe he just not used to shoot. That nigga, when he shot that free throw, I was like, damn. It'd be different if you just airballed the free throw. That nigga hit the top. I'd rather you airball the free throw than hit the top of the square. like the high top, like between the top of the goal and the fucking square. That's ridiculous.
Kicked us out.
They kicked us out? Oh my gosh. Man, that hasn't happened to me all yet.
Alright, 1, 2.
Bro, I'm not even in the game yet, bro. I'm still seeing loading on my phone.
Oh, I play games so much I tune out music. I turned them off, catch up in here.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, passing the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Touching the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. Never know I can trust you, shock you, then now you flustered. Crashing down, I was cleared up, doing this so subtle. Falling out through the rubble, remember this shit junk at the top.
Bro, let me close out. Shit's still rolling.
Agitated illusion, only been for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it. Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a fuck what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my, you can't catch my way.
That's awesome. How did you think it went? Tell me that. Dad, or literally, clever sister. Clever idea. Now my genetics are all fucked up, so I'm super small, and I was going to get a big-ass kid right over here the whole time, and I just got thrown around. They nailed it out on the football team. No bitches are going to give me any sort of treatment.
No bitches. Gonna give you any sort of treatment. You're an idiot. Finish your load everything.
That's like your fourth time eating out this week. First of all, this is like the second time. I'm not gonna be here forever. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you got it. If you want, I put my team on my back. Deal what I got in my hand. Now I be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag, but you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take it down like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for the
fine, cause I'm right here, nigga. I'm right here. I'm on your back. I'm on your back. I'm on your back. I'm on your back.
So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep.
Alrighty, come on, man, please. Make any sense? Come on.
Baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached.
Danny Bright. Oh, Rook is nice.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go.
That nigga had like 150 rushing yards against the car.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Did that run after that?
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
30, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
He looks cool on the original.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Bright. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd down now, Bright. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The Broncos 1st down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Escaping the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The toss right to Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
26-yard line.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes buying time to his left.
Oh, wow.
Pressure gets to him again.
Sack.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. It's incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Raiders.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Oh, that's to the house.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry.
Oh, yeah.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Broncos 14, Raiders 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to
got their
pick
blocks
themselves
like they're doing the next
back
gen
up
version.
and help their
People
team.
just do that
We'll
little sweet
see
cheese
if they
shit.
can recoup and recover.
Mm-hmm.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Brings up second.
Mahomes now to throw. He's through. At the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively.
Aren't y'all done that? We out there, bitch. Stupid.
Oh, he's got a man wide open,
right
complete.
Touchdown! Oh, my!
Territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run for Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second down. Here's Hurts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here's Harris to return it. A good-looking return set up here.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams.
He's not even watching this shit, bro.
As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown,
Yeah, that
touchdown, Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go play action with Hurts. Airing one out for Boyd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. Huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now a throw to the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a give right side. Dwight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Broncos 21, Raiders 19. Michael Dixon set.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give them 3 on 1st down. Set up a 2nd and 7.
Trucking these niggas in
It's
life.
exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Hurts.
Oh, that's a flag.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
This kick
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that sack.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fist fights along the line of scrimmage, right? You got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fist fights.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A.J. Epinesa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. position. A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts.
If I don't get those,
easier to move the ball on
turtle
offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
You can go look and see who we play next. I think I play you next, but I don't know. Yeah, I like that.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, Henry. He'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low.
Oh, I missed that.
By offensive linemen, they have excellent hands that can throw people off on the play. This is a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 2nd down, Bright. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw, Mahomes. Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
He's gonna ran through 3
Down
blocks.
to about the 23-yard line. The ball carrier.
Right,
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
On the play. And it brings up the third down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Broncos, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.
And Duke 285 now, boy. See, the thing is, y'all these shits be up. Pass coverage need to be up. That's what you're there for. Hey, we done. We go to week 14.
Let me do this shit real quick.
He's getting paid so much money. Shit, I don't think I ever had a player on my team that made this much money. He's not even on the game, right?
Turn the broadcast off.